It was completely different than from today, that's for sure. I came up into human resources at BIW, and at that time I no sooner got here, I think, than I was put on the credit committee. And at that time, because we reviewed and approved loans about every day.
We met out back, which was, I believe, the janitor's closet. And we've even had times when we took a garbage can and we'd take a door and put it on top of the garbage can and then look at the loans on top of that.
Richard always tells us the story that his first desk was a piece of plywood held up with 2 trash cans.
When you're a small credit union and with an office of 4 or 5 people, you're the teller, you're the collector, you're the loan officer, you're the maintenance person. I moved furniture on, typically Friday was a moving day because we were always crunching for space.
When I first started, we barely had a share draft program, a checking account program. There were no electronic services.
Everything was done by hand, applications and for loan, applications for membership, applications for loans and deposits.
In the old building, we would actually have to hand count everything, so when Brinks came, a group of us would go behind closed doors and start hand counting everything.
Computers were non-existent. We had what we called a computer, but it was not an intelligent machine. It basically just posted transactions. It recorded them in passbooks.
We had 2 offices, one here in Bath, which was not this building, it was actually across the street at Bath Iron Works, and we had a small mobile home trailer in Portland on the Bath Iron Works grounds as well.
It was actually set up specifically for the credit union, so when you came through the door, the middle part of the trailer was a lobby. It had a counter with 3 or 4 teller stations, I can't remember. You came through a little gate and there was a loan officer section. And at the end, on one side, was the branch manager's office, and at the other side was like the lunchroom.
It's crowded. There weren't, I think there was only 3 to 4 employees, but there wasn't a whole lot of room.
People would line up outside a window that we would slide sideways to actually cash their checks and make deposits.
So it was a nice little building. I don't like it when people make fun of that little building.
I remember the bright orange. Everything was orange.
So all the members would comment on, don't you know orange is the most disturbing color to the person's human eye?
Well, you can make fun of the orange counters if you want to, because it did have bright orange counters.
We merged with Burnham and Morrill Employees Credit Union, B&M Employees Credit Union. So I worked in the little one-man shop in the bean factory. Sometimes it smelled good and sometimes it smelled bad. So yeah, occasionally you'd come home smelling like a B&M baked bean, but that's okay.
When I first trained as a teller here in Bath, this was before direct deposit, it was before ATM cards.
We come in Thursday mornings at 6 o'clock, the lines be out the doors.
And it was crazy.
And I'd stand in line with my father every Thursday as a little girl, and it was a line that went up the stairwell, I remember that, and then we were there for maybe an hour and a half.
And we always kind of had this tradition that if you were a new teller, the first time you would get your drawer would be Thursday morning shift. So it's kind of like a small initiation that you had to face the music.
Over the years we had a bomb threat once, and it happened to be on Halloween, and we had decided to dress up in costume. So we all ended up on the sidewalk in costume.
I was standing out on the corner being interviewed by a Bath police detective while I was in my vampire costume. And I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm a credible witness.